Anyway, third video.
I went to high school with a guy, Bob. Bob and I were never close, but we sometimes hung out in the same circle. He was in band and I was in drama. Bob was always a little off. I think he may have had a learning disability and maybe that resulted in him being socially awkward. Anyway, by sophomore year he was dating a friend of mine, so I saw more of him. By junior year he dropped out and tried to get his GED. That was the last I heard of Bob, for a while at least. Fast forward to the summer 2 years after graduating. Bob calls me up out of the blue and asks me to go camping with him and a friend of his that I don't know. He says that he knows a spot that is totally secluded and that we would be hiking 5 miles a day. He really tries to sell me on this. He insists that it'll be awesome and fun and that we'll bond. As I listen to him, something from the pit of my stomach says, no, don't do this.
Let's
Never
say
being especially close to him and not having seen him for 2 years, I thought that it was weird for Bob to call me up, and I declined his offer. The
not even like, let's
November,
hang
Bob
out
was in
like
the
at a
news
restaurant.
because
Like, no, let's go on a
he
long hike.
had killed his partner. He worked for an armored van service and stolen the money in the armored van. There were news updates about him fleeing out of the state. He was finally caught on a routine traffic stop, I believe. Anyway, when his case went to trial, his journal was entered into evidence. The prosecutor said that Bob wrote that he and his friend, the same one that was going to go camping, hatched a plan to become professional assassins. I believe the camping trip he invited me on was all a ruse so that he could get me in a secluded place so that he and his friend could practice how to murder someone.
Practice.
Mainly me.
Practice. Practice? 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 Okay. Practice. Wow. That intuition was on point, cause golly. Practice. They need help. They need some serious help, bro. Practice? Like, not even on a stranger, on your so-called friend. You wanna practice your murdering skills. Child, always be careful who you make friends with, because he was missing somewhere on that trail. Body found in a bush somewhere. You support him? Yes. Right, fourth episode.
For some context, I'm a 23-year-old female, but at the time of this story, I was 19 years old and in my second semester of college. The college that I went to was in Monterey Bay, California. It was a big campus, but most of the students were all spread out throughout the buildings. At the time, I lived on campus in the dorms that were located in the middle of campus where all the freshmen lived. I had just finished my anthropology class with my friend, and we were walking back to our dorms. She lived in the hall right across from mine. They were separated by 2 doors and stairs on the 3rd floor, so eventually we would split off. Each door can only be unlocked with the student ID of those who live in the building. This is important for later. We were approaching our building when a man had started yelling for us to stop. We waited, but we had kept an eye on him while we watched him approach. I'm a bit of an uneasy person whenever I meet new people, so I always size up people that I meet. This man was slender and short, but slightly taller than me, with dark, messy brown hair and black circles under his eyes. He seemed off to me, so I remained cautious. He didn't have any books or a backpack on him, but he was holding a clipboard with a pencil. He started saying that he was approaching girls with a study he was conducting, that when someone is experiencing a loss, they can then feel better when they get the numbers of pretty women. Now, I'm a psychology major, so I kind of just laughed it off in my head.
What?
We both said sorry and no thanks, but he
What
kept
type
on
of
persisting.
logic? What?
Again, we said no, but this time we
Who
actually
said
mentioned
that?
that we both had boyfriends, so we didn't feel okay about it. I turned away a bit slower than my friend. As we began to walk away, his face turned
Oh
to
no.
anger, and
See,
he
I told
actually
y'all,
reached to
y'all should
grab
have
my
kicked him.
friend's arm. Now, the thing to know here is not only am I uneasy around strangers, but anytime I go anywhere, I always have a pocket knife on me.
As you
It didn't
should.
take me very long to flick it out at the guy when I then stood in between him and my friend. The surprised look on his face told me that he didn't expect one of us to get defensive about him grabbing us, but he still just stood there watching
You thought
me.
wrong.
I then told my friend to run to the stairs. It didn't take her long to get to the
She
top,
out.
and she had her
She
footwork
gone,
ready
bro.
to unlock her door.
That was
I told him if he
me
followed either of
gone.
us, I
Ain't
wouldn't
gotta tell me
hesitate to use
twice.
my knife on him. I slowly backed away and then bolted up the stairs. He took a few steps towards the stairs, but I had my card out and I was already inside the hall before he could do anything, and so was my friend. When I finally got into my dorm room, I slid down my door and then just shook for about 15 minutes. I eventually made my way to class and I explained everything that happened to my professor.
As you
She told
should.
me to email my RA and have my friend do the same. After class was over, I went straight to my room and sent the email. My friends and I decided from that day on that we would always walk together everywhere. Nobody
No.
went anywhere alone. 2 days later, there was a school-wide email alert. The guy that had confronted us wasn't even a student at all. He had apparently been stalking girls to their dorms and then trying to get into their rooms.
Oh, that is
University police were looking for him, but to my knowledge, he was never found. I never went anywhere on campus alone without a knife, and my friend got pepper spray so that if I wasn't there, she had something to defend herself.
good.
I don't want to even imagine what would have happened if I wasn't prepared, or if either of us was alone. I just don't want to think about it.
You probably got violent. Honestly, that's what that one he would have said. Probably swinging on the both of y'all. So that's why you have like a short distance weapon and then like a long. Like you use pepper spray for like long distance, so this spray back in your eye. And then you use like a knife for close distance, just in case, you know, well, that situation, you grabbed your friend. I feel like you still should have kicked him when you first saw him. I just felt see, I was right. I had the right idea. He was walking up on y'all. You should have kicked him. But good thing she had a knife though. How people just be doing all types of crazy stuff for no reason. Like, bro, what did I do to you? Like, I ain't do nothing to you, and you over here ready to take me out. Like, bro. Like, you can't be too careful, you can't be too friendly. Like, what type of even logic was he talking about? If you experience loss, you can fix it by getting pretty girls' numbers? Like, what? Like, who was believing that? Like, bro. Like, what was his plan? Like, he was gonna get a number and then what? He was gonna call her? Like, what? What was he on, bro? I mean, obviously he's not in his right mind, but like, what really was his goal? You know what? It really was. This episode. I keep calling this episode. This video. It's the fifth video. You know what I mean.
This happened when I was in college.
All these
It was
college
one
stories.
Sunday evening in June, and my friend Joanne and I decided to go
Actually, the
for a
first one
walk. We had seen a play on campus the night before, Saturday, and a friend of ours named Lee was supposed to be attending the performance that night on Sunday. Since we had already seen the production, we knew what time it was ending and we hoped to surprise Lee. But we waited and waited and he never came out. It turned out that something had came up and he had not gone to the show after all. Disappointed, we started back home. We walked up this hill from the theater, and as we turned around the corner, we noticed a college-aged white guy in a white t-shirt and blue jeans leaning against a tree. It definitely looked suspicious because this was 10:30 at night. As we passed by that guy in the tree, the guy started following us. We sort of tensed up, not really sure what to do. Since it was summer,
Run.
the college was hosting a cheerleading camp for high school
I would have
girls.
been out.
A large group of
I'm
cheerleaders
not
was coming
taking
back
no
from some
chances.
event, and they were not very far ahead of us. I suggested to Joanne that we follow those girls to the dorm they were staying in, wait there for a few minutes until this guy left, and then we could head on back to our dorm. We stayed at the cheerleaders' dorm until we were sure the guy must be gone. Then we headed out. When we started up the hill going toward our dorm, we looked back and we realized to our horror, the guy had waited for us and he was now following us yet again. We started to panic, not knowing what to do. There was a part of our walk where we had to pass by dorms which were unoccupied since it was summer. If he was still following us at that point, there would be no one who could hear us or see us, and who knows what he would have done to us then. We had no choice though. We had to go by that deserted area in order to get back to our dorm. It was at that point that I remembered a TV show that I'd seen on Friday just 2 days before, where a police officer shared what to do if you're ever being followed. He said that what the perpetrator is counting on is the element of surprise. So if you're being followed, you should then turn around so you're directly facing them, plant your feet firmly, and just stare hard at them. It lets the person know that you're very aware of them and that you're standing your ground. And that's exactly what I did. I spun around, crossed my arms with my feet firmly planted, and stared hard at the guy. Amazingly, it actually worked. The guy stopped, not knowing what to do, then gradually backed off, finally turning around and then leaving. I stayed where I was until he was finally out of sight.
You think he didn't have a weapon on him?
Joanne and I ran as fast as we could until we were finally safely back in our dorm. We didn't go for any late night walks after that. I thank God that I'd seen that program 2 days before. It really saved us from God knows what.
I'm gonna go ahead and take notes on that one.
The story.
Golly. If you haven't learned already, always have a weapon on you, just in case. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and leave a comment to tell me what else you guys want to see on the channel. Until the next video. Let's go, 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 go. Let's go, 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 go. Let's go, 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 go.